You gotta be hungry. Who's hungry, man? You gotta work on
We need some
yourself.
sauce. We need
Me,
some
I'm
sauce.
hungry.
You gotta work on
Hunger,
yourself,
hunger,
man.
hunger.
You gotta work on yourself, people. You have to work on yourself. I'm telling you, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. Remember, your real wealth is your health. You gotta take time and work on yourself. Do your little meditation, do your little prayer time, whatever the case may be. Your little reading, whatever the case may be, you have to be spending some type of time on yourself. Let's long say it's an ongoing process developing yourself. It doesn't stop. There is no level of perfection. That's why we talk about practice don't make perfect. Practice makes progress. Same thing in this trading business. There is no perfection. We just have to keep progressing, keep improving, keep growing, keep sharpening our skills. There is no level to reach to say, okay, this is it. There is no limit after that. You gotta keep going, man. All right, so how y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's up? What's popping? What's going on?
Great. Great way to start the week.
What's going on?
Great start for the week. Market makers get some belt and some spin kick today, left, right, and center. End up in casualty, badly wounded. So we can see what popping with the dealers, right? So we had a nice call this morning. We were looking at some trade setups. We were looking at some trade ideas. We're looking at potential setups developing in the in the London session. So what we're looking for, we're looking for anything that is structuring the patterns that we're looking for, right? To take our trade. So simple approach was just we have our Asian range intact. And then we start looking at how the dealers comes outside of the range to start looking for potential opportunity. So what do we see on gold? We saw this. We saw a little type 2 pattern, right? Trade on the edge. Last quarter Asian. If you all watch Steve Moreau, one of Steve Moreau, you hear he talk about the last quarter Asian. Anybody pay attention to that and take notes on that?
Yes.
I did.
Right, he spoke about that, but he also spoke about not taking any M&W inside of this, inside of the Asian range, which not because he talk about the last quarter Asia, means that you can just trade M&W inside of the Asia, right? You want to see a moves outside of the Asian. Why? Because the Asian session has a specific objective. And if you engage in any M&W formation inside there, when London come out and start to conduct their business, they could be in problems, which will not be a wise thing to do. Right? Because you're not going to see the level of success by doing that. Because if you know that the Asian session has a specific objective, and you know London session has a specific objectives, you take a trade too early in the Asian, London come out start doing the business, you constantly getting stop out right through. No success, no profit, only losses. Good, because I know some of you see it sometimes and think that you're gonna take it, and sometimes you may take it and it may work out. But as I always say, the fastest way for somebody to continue doing crap is let them do it once and get you. See how much time we try to do it again. Take a crazy trade once and you get you. See how much times you try to do it again. Why? You made profit from it already. Nobody can tell you you can make money doing that. Right? Anybody experienced that before?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I am days.
Broad letter belt. Understand? Broad letter belt. Right? So we saw a nice type 2 setup trade on the edge here Friday. You can see like they set the low. They give us some bullish moves. We gotta see how they come out tomorrow, see what's popping. Here we can see they make a nice stop on low rise. Today we had another nice little stop on low rise. So a nice little type 2 pattern, type 1 pattern Friday, type 2 pattern today. Okay, beautiful. Now, if we look at this move here, we got our type 2 setup. So even if you didn't take this, it's okay. It's all good, right? I was looking I was looking for price to do something specifically and I place a buy stop. If it come up, it come up. If it doesn't come up, that have nothing to do with me. But say what? It came up, trade played out. Great. You can see the drives inside here. Right, as you all see, we were assessing it this morning. So the little railroad track showed up in the open London there. We anticipate to get that move right there. Type 2 setup. Good. So we looked at that this morning. Great. So then we have one push, we had two push, we had three pushes. So even if you didn't take this straight setup, but you're now watching price action behavior and identifying these pushes here. When you're going into the New York session, because all this is already played out, now you're going into the New York, so you're looking for your trade setup. When you look back at this entire thing that happened here, this entire structure here, where you could clearly see a type 2 pattern and you can see these pushes here. Most people who try to take this trade here, if any of you all try to take this trade here, you all know that New York session coming in. We're only seeing two pushes visible here. New York session could create the third one, probably do the stop one, and then it's to the high of the day and drop. So I would have waited for the New York to show me something, which I did because I saw something here like it was going to reverse, even when I switched to the 5 minute. But then I said, Joe, hey, you know what? I'm seeing this happening. I'm seeing these pushes. Let me wait for New York session to show me the signal. One more coming up. Anybody take it off of this? Anybody take it here?
No, wait till New York.
No, I count them three pushes part of my trading plan. If I can't see three pushes, I don't even take a trade. That's like buy, sell, anything. That's one of my major things now. I count them three pushes.
That's good discipline. If that's what you want to see, and that makes you very comfortable to know where the high or the low of the day is going to be formed, and you can get a reversal in the right timing, the session, pattern, candlestick pattern, but then that's good. You're looking for something specific, right? You're not seeing the market any different from us. You just have this discipline within the method and system that you feel very comfortable seeing a 1, 2, 3 push structure above or below the Asian range where you can get a potential setup in New York. And you're gonna see a lot of that, and you're gonna be very consistent and accurate in profits if you just stick to that. Some person trade type 1 patterns only, some people trade type 1 and type 2 only, some people trade type 1, 2, 3, they don't get. Right? Some people trade cycles, levels, whatever the case may be. You find your area or discipline yourself in it, and you will do fine. Even if you may not get a trade every single day based on the specific thing that you're looking for, whenever it shows up, you're gonna be able to maximize on the trade. So sometimes less is more. But if you keep trying to snatch every little thing that you see, you find yourself having more losses than wins. So this is where the discipline comes in. Right? So we saw the 1, 2, 3, it's visible on the charts. We can identify it. We saw price come up in the Asian, in the New York, sorry. And at the open of the New York right here, we saw price move up and we saw our engulfing showed up. Engulfing showed up, and if you look at this or bigger picture, you can see what? Like an evening star. Good. And I say, guys, sell gold. I meant sell gold. All right, so I know you guys get some nice little pips on this trade today. So very, very, very well. Very good. Let's see what they have in store for us tomorrow, and we're gonna go at it again. All right, so we have a lovely type 2 pattern into a type 1 pattern reversal. This is where what? New York session did what?
Reverse.
Reverse.
Correct.
They correct what London has created, right? Look at where the signal come out from. Engulfing. This is one of our candlestick patterns that we look for our entries. We have 6 specific candlestick patterns. Great. And where did it show up? Remember I told you guys, I will only take a trade off of a candlestick pattern only. Once I can see this 1, 2, 3 pushes visible. That's the only way I'll take a trade off of a candlestick pattern only without, right? But then you can look at this as a information like the anatomy of the M and W, right? Where the second leg actually pass the first leg a little bit and then drop. So the first leg had a railroad track, we dip a little bit, make a next move up, which complete the pushes, session open, everything aligned very nicely. Right, we're in a gear. Is there an M on the TDI? It's up in the overbought area. And then boom, reversal is imminent after 1, 2, 3. After that, we get 1 drop, 1 shift off the high here, 2, 3, and then they pull off the high with a railroad track and go back into accumulation, and that's it. You see how they like to pull off the low and pull off the high? Right, that's how they do it. Because when they do that, they're setting up for the next day. It's either they anchor the low here and continue to rise, or they create this structure because they know they're going to come back and take it out the next day and then turn around. So that's why they will pull off the high or pull off the low. Because once they come back to a certain price level here and it line up with some type of structure to the left, leave clues, persons are going to take positions and hold their positions there. And once they didn't issue that move to actually anchor the low for them to continue rising the next day, they're gonna come back at it because it's gonna have money sitting below that area. Right? So this was a beautiful, beautiful move. Remember New York session, very calm, very collective, calm, collective trading. Nice. New York session, 3 main objectives. Correct, continue or complete what London has created. Keep it simple. All right, everybody get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got you.
Voila. Boom. Let's see what happened here now. Whoever playing greedy, market maker should have whip all any later after. Right? Or should I be out of them trees? long before those crazy stuff start happening. Nice. So what we had here, we had a nice little move, man. We had a nice little push down, another little push down, pull back, another little push down. We will track shoot up. Awesome.
I took this trade as well.
Huh?
I took that trade as well, and I had my TP to the middle of the range. It weakened my TP.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
This is a good place to take profit because of how it expand the expansion. This is the contraction. This is the expansion. Trend phase, take profit. Right, as the take profit phase there. How this measure move down. See the measure move down. It's the same type of measure move back up. That's what we're talking about. So definitely, remember I always show you guys, put your stops below where the retail traders are trapped and put your take profit where their stop losses are based on where they were getting induced to start taking their positions. Nice. Remember I draw this line here when this first wick came down. If any, remember I spoke about this morning, and it reminded me of a time Steve Moore showed a setup that his students he said right out of the box, candle straight down. Is that a trade? That's not a trade. Never teach anybody to take a trade like that. No, my thing was to watch this area. That's why I put this red box here. And then I was expecting price to come back at or near this area, but not go below it. And once we see the signal show up, then we could go long. This is such a perfect entry right here. Then you put your stops just below, right? Take profit up there. Real nice risk to reward. Then you get a nice little push, another little push, another little push, and that was it. Price pull off behind, back into accumulation. Then make a nice little stop on somewhere out to the low here for all the long holders who don't want to take money off the table and think price going to the moon. Come back and diss everybody program and gone. All right, so this was a beautiful trade. You can see that they were enticing sellers to get in the market, especially this candle that opened very fast, open and push down very fast like that. From the time I saw that candle move down there, I was like, no, something's wrong, man. Something's wrong. Let them wait patiently and let them show their hands. If you took it anywhere along here and this was looking like a morning star or something, did I get stopped out? Well, according to where you put your stops, it have been safe. Right now, looking at a move like this, do you literally need a directional bias from the higher time frame to make an informed decision here?
No.
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 Others said all who in favor say aye, and all who in favor say what? Something. Right? This, if you see something on the higher time frame and this move supports it, it's gonna be good. But you can literally just look at right here and see what the dealers are doing, timing the session, the pattern, the candlestick pattern, and understand what they're doing. But if you see some type of price flow, bullish, bearish cycle, whatever the case may be, and this move supports it, well then you're gonna be good. But from right here, we can literally see what the dealers are doing. Nice little accumulation, 36 pips, optimal range. How much pips did they come below the Asian? right? They came within that 50 pips exact. On the template, they would have called this a stop on zone. Why 50 pips? Somebody could explain to me why 50 pips? Or why a significant amount of pips they will go above or below before reversing?
Because that's enough to induce the traders going the wrong way.
It's a certain amount of money the dealers get in their portfolio to play with.
Correct. They gotta move a certain amount of pips to have enough persons convinced, committed on that move before they actually make their move, before they conduct their business. Nobody ain't gonna fall for no little 5 pip spike, right? But a 50 pip move down or a 50 pip move up, yeah, people gonna fall for that. Now, a person might look at that drop as 50 pip and say, hey, I could make money there. This is why we say we don't trade any and anything that the market makers print for us. We need to see that move happen and stay out of it, because the next move that's coming up is our move, because this could turn at any given time. We will never know. But when they do their stuff and we see the pattern and the candlestick pattern shows up within the timing and everything nice, this is where we get our safety trades from. Good, so this side here is not safe for us to trade. This side here is safe for us to trade, because everything here would have already been collected, and now we can see what they're doing. Now we gain the opportunity to trade in line with the market makers when they're going back to hit the stops. Are all these persons who were falling for this move here. Great. So it's just a patience game. It's literally a patience game, and watching what the dealers are doing, right? Being disciplined, following a trading plan, and you're gonna hit very few bad trades, and that's okay. I need you guys to understand, if you're getting a bad trade, don't let it affect you, man. I don't know why persons are being affected in that type of way. Don't ever let one trade, really, take away at least 3/4 of your capital. Right? That's crazy. As Steve Morris say, shame on you. Shame on you if you do that. Nice. Don't let one trade. This is what will affect persons. That will affect anybody. You want to know the truth? That will affect anybody. That will affect me. Right? If I take a trade so ridiculous that it goes with 3/4 of my trading account, which is a lot of money. Is your heart, you need to go by the pharmacy, get what do you call it, Bengay, tablet, Panadol, all kind of thing you need. You might need some punching too. It's headache, right? Real headache. A lot of headache. Nice. So don't do that. It will affect you. Don't let that happen. That's why no matter how large your account get, you got to keep it moderate. This is a percentage-based business. If you over leverage and you place a trade and you make $5,000 in a few minutes in one day, just think about that same thing in reverse and look at your account and tell me how much money you just lost. Because there are days things are gonna go wrong. No one is exempted from those days, but you should never be giving back the market maker. Never be giving back the market maker quarter of what he gives to you. Right? So you got to keep your lot size moderate and just grow your account. Your lot size will do the work for you. You keep it moderate as the account grow. You know, you could raise the lot size a bit, but take your time. Y'all get it? Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
Yes, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't be like that man in that video I sent last week. It's dropping, it's dropping, it's dropping. News.
Ah.
And then boom, game over. Alright, so GN had a nice setup. Trade played out well. We had GJ. GJ is the only one kind of fumble a little bit. Right, so we saw a first leg here. We was looking for a second leg. Open on New York. Didn't give any signal really to go long. I know we would have seen something like around this area here, like a quarter wood, a bearish, a bullish, a bearish, a bullish, and a shift up like that. But at this time, I believe the yen was giving the pound some trouble. All right, and we see a little continuation. Then they hit the low. They hit the low with the engulfing order block mitigation, pull off, and go right back into accumulation. You all see the pull off for the highs and the lows of the days. Y'all ever really backtest and observe the pull off for the highs and lows of the day?
Yes, that's why I mark them order blocks, so they always come back to them. Well, a lot of times to them order blocks the next day or the next 2 days.
Yeah, this stuff are good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, so this one is the only one didn't really play out a lot, but actually I wasn't a selling this one. Right, this is the one I actually sold off for this move here, and then we went down, down. Good, that was it. Didn't give a correction. So what happened with this trade? We were looking for a New York buy opportunity. It had a small move, but as you see, it just went back into accumulation. All right. Friday, you can see that now. You can see they come back, but they didn't go below it. All right. What we can see, some type of rise taking place. So let's see how they continue to move. All right. So I'm looking for them to come up above these highs here and deal with the corned beef. Right, so let's see how that plays out. Nice. Let's look at GBP CAD. GBP CAD had a nice move also. Had a nicer grind down. We had a swing back up. We came back down within the New York session. So this was your anatomy. Not too clear and nice, but it is what it is. You can see stuff here. Railroad track, one little fast move, and that was it. Back into accumulation. They starting accumulation, they make the little bit move there, and then back into accumulation. No big setup movement. Great second leg. Anatomy of the M&EW. Second leg shorter than the first leg. Another move there. Good. So once you took this trade here and you see it pull off, reject, and start back like this, you need to cut that trade out and done with that. All right, cut that trade out. Say, hey, look at the time. I'm done with that crap. Unless they decide, unless you expect it to, continue to rise up. As you can see that we're in a bullish sequence here. All right, and then we had another and then we could look for them to just move, then it would have hold the trade and just kind of protect it or something because they're expecting it to continue to rise. So it's like you're hitting a swing, right? So that's the setup there for GCAD, and we get the setup in the direction of the market. So that's the ideal setup that we'll be looking for. All right, so if you look at GA, what were the two pairs I told you guys? It was Euro, AUD, and I think it was GA.
You were a cat, I think.
Euro CAD,
Yeah.
I think was a buy, we was looking for it. All right, what can we see? Nice little juice move, nice little juice move, chop move, stop hunt. All right, we see price start a contract, make a move up, came back down in New York session and issue a morning star right. After this little morning star, we could see they make a drive up again, but then they come back and issue a. So yeah, got some signals, right? Got some signals, but I've been able to book some profits here. Right, result like 20 to gain 40. Good. Target achievable. All right, that's okay. 2 to 1 or better. That's the risk to reward trades you're looking for. 2 to 1 or better. Right, so in this case, we had a nice type 2 pattern. Stay just to the lower deviation range. Keep hitting the low, 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 hitting it. Not necessarily taking it out and closing solid below this area, but keep on spiking it. So they just working the lows. Enticing people to go short, create an entire trading environment here, and then boom, blast everybody, pull off the high, back into accumulation. Reset for the next day. That's the reset. You see the high, pull off the high, pull off the low, back into accumulation. That's the reset for the next day. Now we gotta look at these structure points. This created a point here. Right? These things are points, price points where price turn. If you look at how the entire education is out there based on the market is what? Some type of structure, point here, point there, something. So money is always gonna be above and below these areas. You understand that?
Yes, coach.
Yes.
And this is
Stop
where you
me.
want to see the dealers conduct their business and then hit them some spin kick. Right? GBP, CHF, not too clear, but it had a nice move still. Then they make a spike down, pull up, we come back down, issue a morning star, get a little rise. Now remember, this space here, guys, is not gap time. In the FXN, contents that I share with you guys, you would have seen that Mark would have talked about signals showing up inside here, and I don't pay attention to that because I know this is not gap time. This is an overlap between London and New York. So I could see the signal outside the box. All right. I'm gonna engage in it still. So when I share these contents with you guys, I need you guys to understand this is just to give you a little insights in different aspects of the method and the system and stuff. But just extract key things from it that you're gonna be applying to your trading and leave the rest. So it's not everything I just want you to take and apply because you're gonna be seeing I'm showing you specific things and you might see certain things in the video that I will never even show you to take a trade off of. Don't ever realize that?
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Because I'm breaking things down Very simple, and that is what I really wanted to follow. But in these other little videos and stuff from Steve Moreau and other little stuff um from Mark Content and stuff that I post out, right, for you guys to get some knowledge on also. This is just to use little things that you can apply, things that make sense. Experience is gonna bring everything else, will fine tune everything else. All right. Even some Steve Moreau videos, you wouldn't see him showing you certain things about. I show you what a reset structure look like, when to look for this or when to look for certain things. Certain things that I show you wouldn't see in Steve Moreau videos because I break things down very, very, very simple and nice, and for you guys to be able to apply. Nice. But when we share these things, it's just for you to go through the material and take out key things that actually make sense to you and structure it in a trading plan. Right? So you will use that and apply and apply. Great. You get that?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Right? Because I also have a lot of contents that I did here on the team that I could run back in the chats and send forward. Right? For all who now come in and missed all those trainings that we did way back in the ones, I hope somebody can help and do that also. Any one of the team members can help me go back, and I know some of you guys might have saved it and have it in a nice little file somewhere.
Yes, Jojo, I will get to that for you.
Yeah. Me, all in all, I could be a little disorderly sometimes because I'm a busy schedule, right? So some of the students really take the time and structure things nice, and they will be able to lend us support in the team, right?
Yeah,
So when we get up in the
Carissa
morning,
get you right.
pardon me?
No, I was just saying, yeah, Carissa got me right when I started. I had she sent me a whole lot of videos and told me to save them in a file. That's what I did.
Yeah. Good stuff. You can save them and have them in again. All right. So really, really good. Remember, as a team, we're trading together. We work as a tag team. We come like we tag team in the market on the mornings because we don't we know we can't look at all the pairs. I can't look at all the pairs. Some people trade major pairs, some people trade pongs, the crosses, the majors, the minors. So what we do is person trade different pairs. So we are tag team in the markets when we get up on the morning. We are running through our watch list, whatever we trade, and we are looking for our trade setups. If we see something developing, we will screenshot it and post it out so the other students can see it and assess it. And once they see good confluence, they can put it on their watch list and wait for the move to take place and they trade it. That makes the group much more effective, knowing that we have that type of tag team interaction. We're sharing our charts, our trade views, our trade ideas. We're conversating and what we're waiting on, what we're looking for. You know what I mean? That's very, very, very powerful, right? And I love that. So keep up the good work. All right. Good job. So we all could eat together. GU, let's see what problem with GU, right? So we saw GU coming off a little peak high, so GU in a bearish sequence, and um, someone sent me their chart, and they took this, right? They took this here. They took this morning star right here. Probably one of the cleanest things I ever see, right? But they don't understand that they were on the wrong side because we're coming off of a peak high that we can literally see. So we have a price flow projection from the higher time frame, and we had the DXY to actually support this move. And we can see this was a type 3 for a sell, not a W for a buy, but a type 3 for a sell. So it wasn't that, right? This wasn't the signal, even though it is something that we look for. this wasn't the signal to go down here. So when we got trapped, wrong side, this was actually it. So it's the middle of the Asian. So price came up, boom, come down, and back up. Right, so this was it here. Evening star engulfing, second leg. Now look at the time. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? What's the time there?
8:30.
New York
Right,
time.
New York session open the evening star. If you look at the box itself, you'll see New York session open is where they showed up. Game over. Complete the pattern. Complete the type 3 pattern and make move. Pull off below, back into accumulation.
Coach, this can be called as continuation also.
Pardon me?
This could be called as a continuation also, right?
Can we call?
Continuation from London move.
Oh yeah,
Continue.
definitely. It's a continuation move, type 3 pattern, continuation of the
Yeah.
trend, right?
There's
So,
another even star right next to it.
so coach, once we get trapped in this type of move after a morning star, and then we see a big engulfing show up, so we can come out of that buy and then look for the type 3 pattern and sell it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so both ways to trade.
Right. So what we could have seen here, this was the peak high that we looked at when we did the directional bias, and now we can see like a head and shoulder here. So now, but you see how they took out this previous high here, this equal highs, and then the DXY gave us some confluence on that move. Mute your mic, please, in case. Mute your mic, please. DXY. Hey, what's going on there?
Hey Jojo, sorry to interrupt. This would be recorded. Wanted to watch it later.
Yeah, recording. Yeah, brother Sean. It's recording, man. What's going on?
All right, nice, thanks.
Alright, and we got our, and this looks like a peak low inverted head and shoulder kind of nice. So confluence lined up very good when it comes to GU setup today. We can see we looked at it. We looked at the rise. We pull back the rise. We pull back the rise. Right, so we break down this entire thing. We came up with that peak high that we see now in the 1 hour. See, come and take it out here. This was a reset. Come back up. Let's look and see how they deal tomorrow, and then we're gonna continue going down with it. Right, so what I can see, if I see the dealers start coming back up in London, start coming back up, then I look for them to make a move again. Right, so let's see how they actually play out. So G was good. me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. All right, so we into the euro business now. All right. Go back on this indicator so you guys can see it a little clear. It's tool. All right, so whether the candlesticks moving up, down, or sideways, Asian session is just accumulation. Good. If you look at these structures here, you can see a level of resistance. This type of thing called creates what? Liquidity above it, money, stop losses. What's the behavior we see coming out of the Asian? You see London make a nice aggressive move up, immediately reverse, and you see our evening start. After that, we could have seen drop, pull back, drop, pull back, drop, come back up and come back down one more time. So New York session really create the move like the entire W by itself, and so London, they use the London to make the induced move coming down. They trigger whatever they needed to trigger above here, snatch that money up, start coming down, enticing and inducing persons to go short, trap all these traders, come right back up, hit everybody stops. So the same measured move down, the same measured move back up. Where you're going to put your stuff, where your take profit supposed to be.
Above Asian.
Anytime you see these setups, make sure you take profit aligned with this move. Don't want to put it all the way up here. I mean, yes, prices blast and go all the way up there, but your main target before thinking about all the way up there is supposed to be within this move. Good. So if above the range given a daily goal, what you're contented with, 50%, 5%, 10%, whatever, 50 pips, 30 pips, 60 pips, 100 pips, whatever, take that. Relax yourself. And milk any battlefield, right? Nice. What can we see on Euro AUD? I think it's Euro AUD was the prayer, man. I'll say what's the buy. Yeah, Euro AUD. I think this is it. Yeah, because price ended up coming back down a bit. Yeah, price come back down a bit. So people, persons who take the trade by the ball, hey, what kind of mad trade Joseph really, way, man? Make people want to take a buy.
That's the right of that trade.
Huh? Say, oh my God, I should have never take that trade. I know I should have watched more. You know, think that's all kind of scenario. Shut up, play for people head when they see price good against them, and they see that figure sort of that figure that is red sort of grow larger and larger. Oh my God, it's crazy. All kind of things are going on in persons, but very, very, very lovely move, right? Very lovely move in New. They didn't get what they need. They extended the low a little bit in the first leg, anatomy of the M&W, right? Convincing traders, making them commit to this thing. And they're really going to continue to make lower lows, chop all these traders in sell positions, come all the way back up. The measured move starts from all the way in the Asian. So they see they're coming down. They push, pull back, push, pull back. So this is like 1, and bigger structures 2, and this is like 3, and then reverse come up. This is like 1 push, 2 push, 3 push, boom, reverse. Right, so really nice setups today. The market makers really play their hand. They move really nicely. This one didn't give you a nice setup here. Persons might have get in. Now, sometimes guys, look, if you know you're saying, look, I'm risking a certain amount of money from my trading account. If I engage in some trades and I lose that, that's it. You will come back tomorrow. They will end that day. So if you have $500 in a trading account and you say, hey, I'm only willing to risk $50 from that trading account today. Hey, brother, what's up? You seen two that's all. That's all, right? Hi guys, gotta run. Coming back now. I'm coming now, man. So guys, hang on, chill, relax. Gonna be done shortly. Play some music for you guys all the time.
Because you are creating your own production, as Michael Todd would say. You are the star of your show. You are the director. You're writing the script. And you will determine whether your life is a smash office hit or flop. You determine that. Working on yourself, talking to yourself. That's so very important. Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue that's going on all the time, even when you don't want it to be there. You can't stop yourself right now from thinking. You can't do it. It's going on. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. You've got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up. You've got to do this. I was going to give a presentation, and this voice inside of me saying, you can't do this. You don't have everything it takes. I shut up. You'll get scared sometimes. Your mind will go blank on you. Some people you will allow to unnerve you, and you'll wonder, what's wrong with me? I'm not crazy. That's why you've got to learn to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to stand up inside yourself. Working on yourself, watching that inner dialogue, it will determine the quality of your life. When you're working on something you want to achieve, you have got to stand up to that voice. You've got to sell yourself every day on your abilities, on what you're doing, on the goal that you want to reach. You've got to sell yourself every day, according to your level of belief. It will manifest itself in what you're doing. Whatever we have right now, whatever we're demonstrating in our lives, is a result of what we believe subconsciously that we deserve. And part of increasing that belief level is that you have got to convince yourself every day. You've got to sell yourself. I do a lot of training for many corporations, and I conduct sales seminars, and I've heard all kind of guys doing techniques and training people techniques of how to close sales and how to work with and begin to control the sale and how to ask for the close. Let me share something with you. You can learn all the techniques in the world. If you don't believe in yourself, it won't happen for you. I learned all of it. So that's why I do a training called Focus on the Seller. You've got to focus on you. And as you convince you, as you sell yourself every day, you will begin to see a difference in the things that you're doing. Selling yourself on your ability to perform a job, to achieve a certain objective. Telling yourself every day, here I go again. And I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me. That brings me to the next thing. It takes courage to act. Part of being hungry when you've been defeated, it takes courage. to start over again. I used to do door-to-door sales, and I was working with another friend of mine, and door-to-door sales, I mean, it's punishing. It's cruel and unusual punishment. And I was a little boy knocking on the door. Hello, would you like to buy a nice working television set? No money down? No! Bam! They slammed the door in your face. And the friend of mine that was working with me, they slammed the door in his face, and I looked back, and he was going to the car. He said, I can't do this. And he sat down in the car, and he said, you go ahead, I'll be here when you get back. Now, he had a mother and father to take care of him. My mother was ill. I am adopted. I was hungry. I had to go on. I learned something about myself. That when you step into your fears, somebody said, it was Winston Churchill, he said that courage is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. When you step into your fears and continue to push yourself to go on, something happens for you. When you have something you want to do, if you don't develop the courage to do that which has been given you to do, and you spend a lot of time going around trying to convince other people or trying to get their approval, what will happen is that you will lose your nerve.
Nice. Brian. Good. So anybody go along here? Would I get some spin kicks and belts? They would have to take that and cool it. Because I would not get a proper move to actually get back anything really, because they didn't really pass that. You might have been able to catch a little move off of that low there. After you would have seen something like this one, and then you would have seen two, and then you would have seen three, and then a nice little spike to the low there, rejection, morning star, very small pull off below back into accumulation. Game over. All right, so some nice little setup today. This one was real neat and nice. Really, really neat and nice. Now, if we look at this area here, right, if you look at this area here, what we would have seen is this candle never came up here and just close right here and give you a nice morning star formation. The next candle drag out and gone up in the air. This is how they can catch you sometimes, right? When they don't do that. Well, you'll ever realize, hey, you can get catch.
Yes.
And if it do happen, don't chase the move. Let the move go. But then when they make the nice little turn and stop right here, in this case, you see something like that happen, you see in a kind of structure just based on these two candlesticks alone, you see that kind of structure like if a morning star can be formed here, we will track on the first leg, nice pullback, come back down to the low, repeat it. Okay, now we can go to the 5 minute, circle the area, go to the 5 minute and see what you see inside it. Look at, see if you see anything. Do you see anything? Do you see a morning star here? Do you see a railroad track here? Okay, if you see that, take the trade right here. And then you would have catch the move nicely. You would have gotten a nice entry. And you would have got a nice risk. But if you stay on the 15, when this happens, where your entry is now? The entry all the way up here. You taking it still?
No way.
No way.
All right, so you see how you can use the different time frames within the 5 and the 15 to kind of get a more precise entry, better risk. All right, another continuation move from the Euro USD coming off of a peak high formation, pull off below, back into accumulation. Now let's see the dealers come up again, play crazy, and then we go deal with a combi again. All right. So yeah, man, looking forward towards another amazing week tomorrow. All right. So wish everybody a profitable day tomorrow and a profitable week. So remember, when you're approach the market with discipline, approach the market with patience, and you shall be a-okay. All right, team. So no worries, man. Don't beat yourself up. Right? If you're having trouble right now, you're not being consistent enough, it's okay, man. Respect the process. I'm telling you. I always use Sita as an example. I mean, I can call a lot of names in here, you know, who were examples. When persons just came in, they were struggling, they were beating up themselves. Hey, my Joe, I can't see this, I can't see that. Now the man see more than me. Right? I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. The veil was removed from their eyes, and now they start seeing the pattern because why? They were practicing, they were back testing, they were trading, they were getting up every morning and placing their trades. They were identifying, observing, monitoring the charts. They were experiencing it. So now they're in a better position than they were. Now they're being consistently profitable. I can remember when I had to drag the bell for Sita in the early because she keep on beating up herself. She couldn't see this, she can't see that, she can't understand this, she can't understand that. Now Sita can send me a trade. Right? You all understand?
Oh yes.
Powerful.
So it's all about what? Respecting the process. Function boss. He was having challenges too. Sonia Hudson. Oh, everybody had their challenges. I mean, everybody who came in here had their challenges. But they never give up, man. They stick to the course and things turn around. Things, as Steve Morrow say, hey, I don't know when the time will come, but things are going to turn around for you. You just need to believe that, trust the method, trust yourself, trust the system, man. Keep applying it, keep working on it, keep showing up every day. You're going to start to fine tune things. Everything going to start falling into place and making sense. And this is where I believe your time will come. And when you take some trades, you understand what's going on, and they play out successfully, and you know exactly why you're in those trades. Even if you take a trade that is a bad trade and it goes against you, you're not going to beat yourself up about it because the market makers are in control, and we're not going to win 100% of our trades. But we're going to be very accurate of the selected trades that we're taking, and most of them are going to play out in our direction and will give us that level of consistent profits. And that's the key to grow our trading account. All right. So yeah, guys, see you guys in the morning. I gotta be on Epic in the morning, so I'll catch you guys up New York session. Let's deal with the market maker combi, right? So have a blessed night. Remember, every single one of you have success in you. Great. Believe it, manifest it, speak it into reality.
Thank
Success
you.
without a doubt. There is nothing like
Thank
giving up.
you.
Giving up is not an option.
Option.
Keep working, keep progressing, keep applying yourself, keep showing up every day, and your breakthrough is going to come. Right? I'm telling you guys, if you follow the plan with discipline and consistency, 2021 is going to be a best year. We know in January. Right? We know in January. And after this, there ain't no stopping. There ain't no stopping it. Right now,
Yep.
you're just going through the starting process. There are great things to come. All right, so have a blessed night. Hold it on.
Good
Have a
night.
good night.
Good night. Good
Good
night.
night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.